What's good, guys? We're back at it again with another video. As you see from the title, today we have an Aden Holloway breakdown. We've done this breakdown before. This is a 6'1" point guard out of North Carolina. This is also the current number 27 player in the class of 2023 in the newly updated ESPN rankings. I think it was about 3 weeks ago we came with the Team CB3 breakdown, right? Go check it out if you haven't seen it, with Rob, Aden, and GG. And I was saying in that video, because we've done individual breakdowns on Rob and Aden before, so I was saying in that video, like, those two as a pairing might be one of the shiftiest, backcourts that I've seen, because both of them are extremely dynamic, creative guards. Like, they will take and make any shot they want. I've seen Aden specifically take crazy step backs, side steps off the wrong leg, knock that down. The shot that Jokic takes, I've seen him do that. Seen him score the ball at all three levels. And to be honest, before we even get into the breakdown, like, Aden is one of those players in this class where, I honestly, I feel like he's better than some of the other dudes that, might be higher than him. In this breakdown specifically, I've seen some of these clips when I was, doing the breakdown on GG. So I'm not going to hold you guys up any longer. Let's get into this. Aden Holloway.
Aden Holloway is extremely shifty with the ball in his hands, and it's hard to stay in front of. His handle allows him to get to his spots whenever he wants, and he has great touch on the floater. Along with his handle, he does a great job changing speeds, being able to start and stop on the dime, creating space for himself and his jumper. Aden's range also extends out to the perimeter. Even though he misses this initial three-point attempt, he's always looking to score, so when he comes back out, there's no hesitation with him taking the next shot and knocking it down. Even though he's a dynamic scorer, he can find and create for his teammates as well. This is an extremely tough offhand oop with the defender on his hip. Again, his ability to change speeds allows him to freeze and get by defenders, and his floater allows him to finish over bigger players. Aden is a true showman on the court. There aren't many basketball players in the world bold enough to do what he did on this possession in such a close game, and just watch what he does on the next play. Let him get out in transition, and he's extremely hard to stop as well. His creativity isn't just limited to his handle. This is also one of the more creative finishers in high school. This is a player who can knock down shots from all over the floor. He does a great job finding the open spots in transition, knocking down this three, or in isolation situations. He can also create for himself in the mid-range, again, creating the space for a shot. Knockdown on this last possession. Really watch how he sprints the floor to find his open space. Bucket. Aden is truly one of the more skilled players in the class, able to score the ball at all three levels. Again, extremely tough lay with the offhand.
So Aden, like I said in the beginning, Aden along with Rob are extremely dynamic, creative guards, right? One of the things I wanted to talk about is, with that, kind of the things that, the things that are the best about them can also hurt a little bit, because same thing with Aden as well as Rob, it's the same things. What I'm seeing, the real like areas where you'll be like, is, their shot selection. So because they are so creative, because they are so dynamic, and they can get wherever they want to on the court, and they have the confidence to take whatever shot they want, you know what I'm saying? There is times where both of them, they'll force a little bit. They might force this in traffic. They might try some crazy layup over three people. They might take a step back, like I said, off the wrong leg simply because they got that space. But at the same time, when those shots are falling, you saw it last night, right? You saw it with Ja. If I'm a defender, right? So when I was playing, if I'm guarding a big and I know, he likes to, he might drive, but he only wants to go right. Or, he might shoot, but he's only going to shoot when he's wide open. When he's on the block, he just wants to get to his left shoulder. I'm confident going into the game. I know what he's going to do. So if I'm guarding now, let's just say, bring it to last night, if I'm guarding a DeAnthony Melton and I know he's only going to take like 5 shots, I'm pretty cool, and I know what type of shots he wants to take. But if I'm guarding a Ja Morant, a player who will literally, I'm one of those people who Ja will legitimately jump in the air and decide what he wants to do after he jumps because he's that athletic. So if I'm guarding a player like Ja who will jump in the air and do something crazy, or, you got to give him something, okay, I don't want him to do that. I'm going to play him back a little bit. When he's hitting that three, what are you going to do? Same thing with Steph. You don't know what Steph's going to do once he passes half court, which is why he's so deadly. Aden's like that. Let's talk about it. Keep in mind when I'm saying these names, Ja, Steph, in no way am I comparing Aden Holloway to these players. These are NBA, stars, right? But offensively, the way they're playing, this is where I'm drawing the comparison at. So offensively, Aden, his handle, kind of like the same thing like I say with Rob, their handles are some of the best that there are out there in high school. Like in high school, they're some of the best that you'll see. So there aren't many players out there who can stay in front of them. And because of that, they can get wherever they want to on the court. They can get wherever they want to on the court. You throw a trap at them, you throw two at them, you throw three at them. They're creative enough. They'll spin, put it through their legs, put it through your legs, do whatever to get by you, and they can do that. But their games, like even for players who think you'll see players on the internet who got crazy handle, they do this, this, and that. That means nothing if you can't finish these plays. Aden can finish these plays. So you're seeing, because he already has the handle, he also has a great change of pace. He also has a great burst, right? So if he decides, you know, I want to explode towards the rim, he's quick enough to do that. Okay, but if I'm a defender and he decides to go by me as a defender, my momentum's going towards the baseline. He can stop on a dime and pull up and create that space. And for him, he gets a shot off pretty fast. He doesn't need a lot of space to get his shots off. So he already knows how to stop on a dime, step back, get it off. But you saw when he is in the half court and he rips to the middle when he decides to step back, even if you're kind of there, you have a hand there, he gets his shot off fast enough, he can get it up, and he obviously practices it enough that he can knock down shots. Also, when I say he can get wherever he wants to on the floor, he gets wherever he wants to on the floor as well in the paint. So he does a great job attacking the rim, but he also can finish. Even at his size, I know the knock on him is probably, you know, oh yeah, he might be a little small, especially for the level that he's going to end up playing at, which is high major. But what he's also showing you is he can also finish in traffic. So when I say him, Rob are some of the, you know, best ball handlers in the class, he's also one of the best finishers in the class as well, even at his size, because this dude, that creativity isn't just with the handle. The creativity is with the layup package as well. Like, this dude has one of the craziest layup packages I've seen in a while. You see it on Instagram. You see it all over. You saw it in the breakdown. He has all the jelly, all the whatever you want. He can put backspin on the ball. He can put it off the glass any way you want and score in traffic. You saw he got a big coming. He knows how to shield it off, and he just cuffs it right here, then extends it out, finishes in traffic. Extremely tough, even when he can't get to the rim. So for those people who might think he's too small, and maybe those finishes through bigs, through really tall players doing all this, people who thinks those are flukes, like, he also has a floater. He utilizes that a lot as well. When you're a smaller guard, I said it in my a long time ago in my, you know, small guard scoring breakdown, that is extremely pivotal for smaller players to have that floater in their package, because even if you have the late package like Aden does, you got all the cups, you got the jelly, you got all the extras, it's going to be extremely difficult to consistently finish over 6'10" and above bigs with 7-foot plus wingspans. It's going to be hard to finish over players like that consistently. You're going to have that floater so you can get it up over their outstretched arms. Aden already has that, and he shows that he utilizes it often. Also, he can finish with right hand, left hand around the rim. You saw the last lay off the glass over two. That's extremely difficult to do. I don't know if people like really understand how hard that is. And then, of course, his shooting, right? So I was looking at his stats from EYBL. He's shooting the ball. I think he's shooting it at a 33% clip, but it's also volume. So he's getting them up, and you're seeing if he's open, if he has space, he's knocking them down. I think part of the reason why his percentage is at 33 is because he will take them step backs. He will take all the extras, and you saw a part of Aden's game is the entertainment factor. This dude is showtime. So when I'm talking about the shooting as well, like you saw, he can knock down the open three. He can knock down the pull-up. He does a great job in transition, running the open spots, finding them, spotting up so we can knock them down. But like I was saying, that showtime factor, he has that. Like, I don't think in such a close game, I don't think I've seen a player have the cojones to spin, to turn around before the shot goes in and spin. Keep in mind, this is a EYBL game. This is a close game. There are coaches on the baseline. You know, I don't know if I've seen a player like that's bold enough to actually do that in a game. And he executed it, knocked it down. Then he goes in the corner, plays around with it a little bit in isolation situations. Again, this is a player who is extremely hard to stay in front of. You have to give him something. He has the creativity. He can get by you. You give him a little space to get the shot off, he will shoot it. And you saw he's still going, you know what I'm saying, jump on 1 foot, just going to let you know, like, yeah, I am that. I am like that. So all in all, Aden as a player, there's 3-level score. We went through it. You've seen him. He can knock down the three consistently, whether he's wide open, whether it's a step back, a side step. He can knock down that three. He can get to his pull-up whenever he wants. He does a great change of pace of being able to stop on a dime. Again, your momentum will be going towards the baseline. He can stop, get to his pull-up, or be off balance. Like I said, you saw the little pull-up going left-right, but I've also seen a left-right side step, wrong leg pull-up. I've seen that before in the other breakdowns. Go check him out. He finishes around the rim. You know what I'm saying? Can finish in traffic, whether that's with some crazy leg or high off the grass, right hand, left hand. He has the floaters. Not to mention he has the vision. He passes the ball at a pretty high level. You saw off the bounce with the defender on his hip, he throws the left-handed oop, and he leads their team in assists. I think he has 37 assists so far. His assist to turnover ratio is like 3. It's 3. So he's a point guard. He finds his teammates while also can pick his spots and decide when to score. This is offensively, this is one of the more skilled players that there are in the class. He is legitimately. And like I was saying in the beginning, like for Aden, he's currently number 27 in the class. And we've gotten through a good amount of these breakdowns. Again, there are still some other players we have to get to, but I'm not sure if there are 26 players, better than Aden Holloway, just in the performances that he's been putting out and what I'm seeing his body of work. Again, part of it might be because he's a little bit on the smaller side, but he's showing you he can play with bigger players and be extremely effective against bigger players. Can't wait to see what he does in the future, over these next couple of years. Like, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Appreciate you guys watching. Remember, if you want the one-on-one evaluations, the subscriber breakdowns, that go on the channel like these, like this, hit the website in my description. Like I always say, I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys next time with the next video.